from GE Designs. Welcome to our live show. Happy Friday. Hi everyone and welcome to our show, and thank you all for being here. Say hello to my producer, my honey, Mr. HP. How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, bud. Let me turn my mic on.
That will be good.
I gave you the right.
Okay.
I gave you the right one.
You just didn't turn yours on.
I didn't turn my. There's so much going on before.
It's Friday, everybody. Thank you for being here. If you're watching us on YouTube and haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hit that red button, and we are here multiple times a week. Lots of fun. If you're on Facebook, same thing. Just like and subscribe to our shows, and make sure you introduce yourselves in the comments. It is Friday, so that means we have a live winner. So all of your comments get pulled into one big pot for a $25 gift card.
Yay!
So chat with us, chat with each other, introduce yourself to new friends and old.
Yeah,
we have people from all over. I saw Jenny is here watching us from Scotland. I saw some friends from Norway and Germany, and of course all over the United States and Canada. So thank you all for being here. We do appreciate it.
What does no picture mean, Janet?
I don't know.
Janet?
I don't know. But today is July 11th.
What's that mean?
7-Eleven.
Oh.
It's National 7-Eleven Day.
I used to visit a place
Now,
called 7-Eleven.
do we have a lot of 7-Elevens here in Minnesota? I don't think we do.
They turned into essays, and then they turned into something else.
Yeah, we don't have. We have 7-Elevens down in Florida for sure.
Yeah.
One on the Kona. But
They've
been around forever. So 7-Eleven Day, everybody.
7-Eleven.
July, and that just is a little scary because at 11, it's close to the middle of the month. So halfway through summer.
Uh-oh.
It just goes wild. Well, here on Fridays, we like to celebrate end of the week. And even though it's a little early for some of you, it's not. Over in Europe, we always celebrate with a fresh cocktail. And I couldn't resist. We don't have a theme yet for July because this is our first Friday show in July. But today is National Mojito Day.
Yay!
And it just so happens to be one of my favorite on a hot summer day. So this is a basic recipe. Oh, here's my aunt is watching us from either Iceland or, yeah, there she is.
Hi,
Either
Auntie.
Iceland or Spain. I'm not sure where she is. Probably in Iceland.
Okay.
I'm so excited. We're going to see her soon. Yeah. And lots of aunties and uncles. Anyways, let's talk about the mojito. This is my version, Goody Mojito. So what I like to use instead of simple syrup that a lot of bars use when you make a mojito, I use either coconut sugar or like a light brown sugar. I learned that in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
A whole half of a lime that you just cut into wedges, and then some mint, like 4 to 5 mint leaves, some good rum, 2 ounces. And I actually now like to mix a little bit of silver rum, like white rum, with a little dark rum, just to get a little depth of flavor. But you can do whatever. And then you want to put that in a shaker and muddle it with your muddler stick.
Muddle it up.
And get all the juices out of the lemons, get all the oils out of the mint. And if you want to add fruit, so we had added fruit to ours today. One of my favorites, raspberries. You saw these fresh raspberries at the store, so I couldn't. So you just throw whatever fruit, and then the mojito will take on that flavor. And yeah, muddle it really good. Add ice. Then you add the rum and ice to the shaker. Shake it really good. Straighten it into a glass, or you can. I leave a little bit of the, should I say, the fruit carcasses, and then you put more ice in the glass, and just top it with a little bit of soda water. So most places put a lot of soda water in your mojitos, and that really dilutes the flavor. But serve it in a lowball glass. It's really, really tasty. So
refreshing.
happy Mojito Day, everybody. And mojito is the best cocktail to make virgin. Just leave out the rum, do all the same things. You can add a little more fruit juice if you want more flavor, but it's so refreshing in the summer. It's the best.
This is virgin.
You barely taste any rum because it's
Tasty.
Fruity and minty and delicious.
Is there good rum and bad rum?
Yes. But you know what? It's like everything else. People have their favorites. There is, I mean, just silver rum, like, or white rum, what they call it, is just clear, like Bacardi. And then they have the dark rums, and they go in various shades, and some of them are aged. Then there's the whole spiced rum, which is a whole different thing. So there's a whole variety.
All right.
But we decided that our theme, because it's kind of going to be just a few Happy Fridays for our cocktails this month, I decided it should just be favorites. So our team favorites.
Awesome.
Mojito is my daughter-in-law Sam's favorite. So here she's got that. It's also one of my favorites in the summer. I don't have one favorite. I have multiple different favorites for different times and different situations. So that's our theme for today. Now, some other national days other than Mojito Day, there is Senior Citizen Day. Are we there yet? Not quite. No, not quite.
Well, what age is senior citizen?
I'm not really sure here. I mean, in Iceland, I think it's 67 officially, like legally. But nobody stops working at 67,
I ain't no senior
honestly.
citizen.
But I don't know what it is officially here. I mean, isn't it AARP? When do you join that? Early?
Okay. I'm a senior citizen.
I'm sure they're gonna inform us.
Yeah.
But it is also Collector Car Appreciation Day.
Oh, one of my favorite
I know
days.
you wish you had some
So wish.
collector cars.
I had one.
You had one, you got rid of it, and you're still crying.
I still have another one that's going to come any day.
Okay. And then it is
Okay.
National Blueberry Muffin Day. That's your favorite.
I had a muffin today, too.
You did, not blueberry.
Not blue. I didn't know it was that day. I would have
Oh,
got
yeah.
blueberry.
National Rainier Cherry Day.
I'm going back and get a blueberry. Sorry. I went back.
Rainier cherries
What is
are
that?
really good. Cherries that are grown in, those are the ones I just got because I saw them at the store. They were really, really good. The best ones I've had, though, when we were during the pandemic, we got our RV and drove out to Oregon and stopped on the way in Washington State where they were selling cherries by the road.
Can we do that again?
Let's do it again. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. It is Free Slurpee Day. I don't know where it is free. Is that at the 7-Eleven? Does that go together? I don't know. Free Slurpee Day. Can we just knock on somebody's door and get a free Slurpee?
I wonder if I go to and say it's free Slurpee Day, would they give me one?
I don't know. So Slurpee. That's not a freezy. That's not a.
It's like a icy.
Yeah, it's
slush.
like
It's like a slush.
slushy.
Slush.
Yeah. So Slurpee, I'm thinking, is a brand. Is like somebody's. So
7-Elevens.
if you guys know, let us know where you get a free Slurpee today.
Yeah.
But it is also National French Fry Day. Who loves fries?
That's major.
You do. You do.
I'm going to go get some fries.
I do like potatoes, but fries are not necessarily my favorite unless I got a really, really good dipping sauce. Truffle fries with Parmesan. It has to have like all the extra bougie stuff for me to like it.
You got to have sauce.
Gotta have sauce. Okay, so enjoy those national days. Let's take a look at the quilts behind us. You have, it's a Christmas version of Lucy. I love Lucy. Don't we all love Lucy? This is one of the unique layouts you can do with Lucy, but love this one. This one I made quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And then behind me, we have one of the new quilts from the book, the panel mashup book. This is Holiday. We have a few of these kits left, the early access kits. You will get the pattern early when you order
reindeers.
the kit. Yeah, I know. It's all Santa's reindeer.
So
Love them.
cool.
Super fun. Okay, we have show and tell. It's our favorite every Friday.
Not until my quota today.
Oh, Where's your quote of the day?
It's not on the script.
It's not in the script. Do you have a quote?
I do.
Okay, what's your quote of the day?
My quote of the day, it doesn't matter how slow you go, as long as you don't stop. Don't stop. Slow.
This is very true for sewing. You know, I always am a promoter of everybody sewing at their own speed, whether I'm teaching a class or doing a retreat or whatever it is. Your speed is the right speed. So if you're speedy, you go. If you'd like to take it slower, that's your pace. That's where we feel comfortable and we're happy and we learn better and we enjoy it better. So
your pace, your race.
Mm-hmm. And it's not necessarily always a race.
Oh yeah, it's always a race.
Okay, let's take a look at some of your amazing quilts. Starting with a really cool strip lash quilt made by Debbie. I really love this one. Looks like solids or tone on tones or something, but this is very artsy. Cool to have on the wall. I love that. So Debbie, awesome job on this one. Strip lash is a single pattern using 2.5-inch strips. Next up is a Dina quilt made by Gwen. Ooh, I love this one. That little green accent color is perfect for that collection. Love the brightness of the yellow and the pink and the blue. That's beautiful. Awesome job. Next up is Kimberly 3.0. 3.0 was a version of Kimberly that I came up with when we did the quilt along for it a while back. And this is made by Darla. I love these colors. Blues are so beautiful with soft creams and browns. Makes it such a cozy feel. Then we have a Sammy quilt made by, is it Arnell or Anel? Anel? And I love this too. I love the lavenders. That's beautiful. And that accent color, again, that's a perfect choice. You really see it. Such a great quilt to make, and you can make it as scrappy as you want. It's great for little leftovers. So check that out. Sammy is in a book. Sammy is in the Mixology 2 book, I believe. Yeah, Mixology 2. Next up is a strip plus table runner. That is super cute. I love the soft colors and the little pop of red. This is made by Sharon, and the strip plus table runner is in the Stripology 2 book. Just a little booklet, all using 1.5-inch strips, which are perfect for little table runners. Next, we have a Millie quilt made by Dawn. Beautiful colors, and what a great spot for that quilt. That seems like it could just live there, doesn't it? Love the mix of bright colors on the cream background. And against all that greenery is gorgeous.
Placed so well.
Yeah. Then we have another Lucy. Look how artsy this one is. I love this one. Really cool. One of the more unique layouts for Lucy. And a great job, great arranging of the colors so that it really breaks it up. This one's made by Jordan. And her first ever GE quilt. So congrats on that, Jordan.
Nice.
Happy you've joined the Stripology side of the world. Next up is Teresa's Zoe quilt. Somebody was asking, Lucy is a single pattern. Zoe is in Stripology Mixology 3. That's a beautiful Zoe. I love the neutrals, kind of softer feel, and those neutral borders as well. That's a very well balanced quilt. Awesome job, Teresa. Then we have a Nikki made by Annette, and somebody already loves it. Look at that little buddy on the quilt. Beautiful blues, and again, a great choice for the accent. That rusty red is great with the blues, and looks good on that couch too. And then we have a last but not least. This is Kathy's Make, Do, and Mend quilt. This is the Tilda quilt. We have offered this as a Tilda kit, which is Stripologized. So what I do is we sell the kits with all of the background and basic fabrics that are used in the quilt, and then you add your own florals. In this case, I do believe this was, don't remember which collection was done with this, but this is a great way. I know Kathy didn't use the specific Tilda collection, like for the, it was Sanctuary, I think. For the machines, you see all the florals, so you can, if you are a Tilda collector, Tilda lover, these kits work with so many different Tilda lines. So if you have some florals, and of course, you're always using smaller pieces. So that's why I think our kits are so valuable, because you're not buying the whole thing. You're just getting the basics, and then you can fill in the blank with either buying the collection or using your own. So that's our show and tell for today. Thank you all for sharing, and keep the quilts coming in Gudrun's Quilt Crew on Facebook. So that's our show and tell. We have also created a new segment every Friday where working with our folks in Gudrun's Quilt Crew on Facebook, our private group. So join us if you're not there yet, if you're on Facebook. We post a bundle, a half-hour bundle in the crew, and we ask you what quilt pattern you would like to see made up in that fabric collection or fabric bundle. And this week's bundle of the week, which was actually last week's because we didn't have a show on Friday, was Floral Allure. And a lot of you had asked actually for something with this collection because it's so unique with the purples and lavenders against the neutrals, the black grays and creams. And so two of the top requests were Kira, and here's Kira, just a scrappy version of Kira, but I think this is really cool. It kind of softens up the pattern, not too much contrast, but you could, of course, arrange the blocks differently, put the lights together, and that would make it very much different. You can always change the arrangement of the blocks for sure, but this is a really kind of a soft, beautiful colorway. And then the second one was Svana, and I decided to color it in a version where we put the blocks together, all the fabrics together, only 2 fabrics per 4 blocks of a star. And this one I showed in the Svana class, in the video class, how to do that. And I really actually love how that turned out. That really makes it stand out and really pretty. So this is Svana and Floral Allure, and Kira in Floral Allure. That's our bundle of the week. It is hot in the studio today, or I am wearing too many clothes. It's either or.
Everybody loves your top.
Thank you. So I won't take it off for your sake.
Whoa.
But we had a big week this week. This past Tuesday, Tipsy Tuesday, we revealed our Advent box for 2025. This is the 4th year we have put together an Advent box and are planning some really fun Advent projects for when the holiday season rolls in. Now, what the box is going to have is 4 individually wrapped packages that each contain the full kit to make each of the Advent projects. If you purchase the box, also you will get the videos in your account and the patterns, of course, easily accessible. The tutorials and the Advent projects will go live always the Tuesday before the first Sunday of Advent, and then the consecutive Tuesdays. So 4 Tuesdays in November and December. And so this is going to be so much fun. We're excited for this year's Advent. This is actually the 6th year we're doing Advent projects. So the projects are little quilty, some sewing. Sometimes we like to try a different technique and teach you, just break us all out of our comfort zones a little bit, but they're all kind of quick and easy. I like to simplify things, if you haven't noticed, and you're breaking me out of my comfort zone, but always making something practical, something fun, something that's going to work really well as gifts. So it was fun when we had the show on Tuesday. We asked you some of your favorite advent projects from the past, and they range. Some of them you've made in multiples, and I noticed that you were calling out favorites from all 5 past years. So that's what I really actually love. People love doing different things, and I just love that. So I hope you join us. We have a limited number of boxes every year. They've sold out every single year. So don't hesitate. If you want one of these, you can place your order now, but please place this order separately. So don't order anything else with this, because otherwise you won't get it until early November. You don't want to wait that long for something that we already have in stock. So yes, the response has been great. So well on our way to sell through our Advent box again this year. Love, love, love that. Any questions on the Advent box? I know we have a lot of new viewers and maybe haven't been with us through an Advent season yet, so let us know. Purple and white are Linda's college colors. That's cool. That bundle would be perfect. The Millie quilt, Judy, is a individual pattern. It's a single pattern, so both available as a PDF or a printed pattern. Judy says she made a lot of the trivets. Great, easy, fast gift. Yeah, that's a great one. That's a great one. But I skipped over one thing. We've been also talking about our panel mashup book that's going to be coming out end of August. It is, we've been introducing this project, our collab, me and Doug Lico from Antler Quilt Designs, panel mashup, and I've been kind of taking each quilt that I designed in the book and giving you a little bit of a closer look. And so today I chose the Proud Mary quilt. This one uses a 1-yard panel. And I used, of course, this beautiful bee garden panel from, that was gingerbread. Of course, we sold out of it as soon as people knew that I was doing something with it. But what's cool about this one is you can do it scrappy like I did. So I just wanted to use my half yards. And so I supplemented maybe a little bit more black, but I was able to use all the golds from the bundle we had and all the off-white as well. And then even for the little border around the panel, that little scallop border, I used those prints also from the collection. But the pattern, you can use single yardage as well. So like one color for all your lights, one color for all your golds, and one fabric and one for the darks. It's kind of one of the larger quilts in the book, but I thought I would give you a little bit up close look. So of mine here, I have it overhead. Love the quilting that was done on it. And of course, I don't remember this pattern. It kind of looks a little bit like marmalade, but I know it's not. But little feathers and swirls and then circles. So I love the effect of that. But now you can see the fabric. So the fabric requirements will give you for the piece borders your color one or your light, your medium, and your dark. That could be single fabrics, or you can use color clubs. It's so versatile. And then we have the scallop border, the second border just around the panel, and then we have a resting border before the piece. It's actually a lot faster to make than it looks. It looks like a lot of piecing, but this is all strip sets, really fast to do. And then, of course, the large 1-yard panel. So making a large quilt like this is really quick, actually, because they're big pieces. So if you wanted to make this a big queen-size quilt, all you got to do is add one more border to it, and you get there. But I have a couple of other versions that some of my testers made. Here is Marcy's quilt. Love this one. Love that little pop of red. And she used just a single fabric for each of the piece border fabrics. So really beautiful. I love that panel that she used too. That's pretty. And then we have one that is horizontal. This one is made by Rachel, and a really cool panel. and really great fabrics going around it. Now you would wonder, how would you fit this on a bed? You could easily add to the top and bottom of this quilt with some kind of either pieced or just borders to make it a square to put on a bed. But I think this would be really cool on a big wall, like at a lodge or at the rodeo. I don't know. I do not have piping in the binding. No. Did it look like I have piping in the binding? Nope. It is just a black binding. So here you can see. Yeah. So this is Proud Mary, a part of the panel mashup. Did I use golds from Color Club? No, all of these golds are from the collection that we had a bundle of this. I don't know if we have any more Bee Garden left. The only things I added this black and then this black because I needed more blacks. Everything else came from the bundle. You will be able to get the mashup book as an ebook once it releases. So once it comes from the printer, we release the ebook as well. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So the only way to get some of them early is with our early release gosh, I can't talk today. Early release kits like the one hanging behind me. I know we sold out of a couple of them already. Okay, it's time to look at some fabric. I have 3 different collections for you today. They're all from Louis and Irene, so it's their holiday collections. They're always unique, so I'm really excited to share with you what Louis and Irene have come out with this year. Now, Louis and Irene are a UK-based fabric company, so this first collection is called All Is Bright, and the designer is Stuart Hillard. So I think he is on a show in the UK called Sewing Street a lot. We have some friends that go on Sewing Street. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've tried to catch it sometimes. Okay, so this is the collection. I do believe this is a 10-piece collection. Let me double check that. It's a 12-piece. So a very classic poinsettias, beautiful colors, and prints like Louis and Irene is really known for. I love that little golden brown flowers in between. So starting here with the creams, we have some holly and some smaller leaves. Nice small print, like an off-white, almost into a little cream. I love the greens and the little holly berries. So this one is a little more spaced out. I love the little golden stars. But then here we have a more condensed holly and holly berries. And then we have the stars. So it kind of splits it up. The golden stars on that background. I love the little polka dots in between. Gives it a little more texture. So then we go into and the next colorway, which is this grayish light blue. And I think it's really beautiful, especially with the reds and the pinks and the poinsettias. And we have the spaced out, smaller floral with the holly. So the same we have here. And the tighter holly print as well. And then we have this gold star one. So just colors swapped from this one. So really nice color. I love the just a little step away from the bright gold. And then we have a black colorway of that main print with that pop of a little white flowers. And I think that's really sharp. Really, really nice and sharp. We have the print with the holly here. Oops. I love that. It's so sharp on the black background. But I love this little color green in here. A little bit brighter green. We have the holly with the darker leaves and pop of red. And then last but not least, we have the stars in the red. And it's a nice, really deep, darker red. So really love how it stands against the rest. So great accents to use. And then just a mix of lights and darks. It's a beautiful line. And we have some really fun panels and border prints with this. And I'm going to show you those right now before I show you my fabric pull. So we have these placemat patterns or placemat panel. It's really cute and really subtle. So we have 4, they're smaller, so they could be kind of almost like a large, what are they called? This, not placemats, but the smaller, not candle mats, but they're like to have like a cup of coffee and a cookie. But they're a little bigger than that, but they would be perfect to use some of the fabrics from the bundle to create some borders. So there's 4 in the panel, and they're all a little bit different, which I love that version, that play on things. So having the flowers a little bit different. So this is the placemat panel, and then there it is. See how they're all just slightly different. And then we have, they call this the table runner panel, but it's really just a wide border print. And I think this is gorgeous. So it is 4 rows of the poinsettia. So you could use this as a table runner. You could cut it up and make placemats and trivets and all those things. It'll be a great trivet runner. That was one of our Advent projects. But we have this in 2 different cuts, I do believe. I think we have a little bit longer. This is a yard. And so you could use this to make our border up table runner, for example, in just all kinds of really nice things. So we have 2 colorways, the cream, and then we have the black. So all is bright black. And I really love it. It has that golden browns, warm brown in there. So those are the 2, they call table runner panels. And of course you can make this and just piece them together into a really long, if you have a long table, just a long skinny decorative runner going down your center table for the holidays. That would be gorgeous too. So then let me show you my fabric pull, and we'll start here on the dark end. And since this is a pretty pure black, I went with Shadow Play Black Beauty. This was from our color club. And then also Chalk and Charcoal in the black. So they are one of our more pure black colors because this is a pure black in the base. For our greens, to play with some of those darker leaves, and these would be accents too. So Grunge Everglade is that really dark green and has the most correspondence with the darks in the black, or also here in the holly, a great little binding, something like that. And then for the lighter green, we chose a Bumbleberry's New Forest green that would also make a great option for some of the lighter prints. For adding more red, because we have just the one red, Floral Elements in the Scarlet is a great deep red, and just the print on it would work so well with all these poinsettias. And then we have Grunge Candy Cane, another great deep red that has just a little gray in here, so it looks really great with all these colors. For the creams, I would go with Spotted Ivory. Is a great match. It's a great match with the panels and with all of these prints. And so is Chalk and Charcoal in the linen, because it has a little bit of that darker gold in there. So I really love this texture, and so that would look great as well. For the blues, Grunge Clear Water is this light blue, but has a little bit of green. So this works perfectly in here. And so does the Bumbleberry Studland Seafoam. Of course, perfectly made by the same manufacturer. And then another accent to match up with this beautiful gold. Bumbleberry's English Mustard is a great option to work with these golds, or Grunge Caramel, which would be great for borders, or bindings, for any of these fun panel projects. All is Bright by Louis and Irene, designed by Stuart Hillard. This next collection is designed by a very famous duo out of Norway. If you are a knitter, you might know the name Arne and Carlos. There they are. They are knit designers, textile designers that have written lots of books and patterns on knitting, with knitting patterns, but they live in Norway and they've designed these. This is, I think, their second collection for Louise and Irene. I think it's their first Christmas. I love this because this is so Scandinavian. So they truly said that all of these things in here really represent a Norwegian Christmas. So we have, of course, the reindeer, the Santa on the pulling the sled at the little cottage. So this print is just really fun to look through. Very reminiscent for me. And I love the coloring. So a little bit darker, but it's this dark tealish green color. There are 8 pieces in this collection or this bundle. And so we have the second one in this colorway these are tiny reindeer. Tiny reindeer. So I love the smaller scale. And then we have the same main print in this light blue. Look how nice and bright this is. Really fun. I love the stars, the poinsettias, the little wreaths that are made out of like the what is it called? Raffia. Just like the goats in Sweden. And we have the small reindeer on the light blue. Then we have all those ornaments. So on this beautiful deep blue, almost purple. So there's the goat, there's angels, and these are ornaments that we see everywhere. What's probably very Scandinavian unique are hearts. Decorating for Christmas I think all over Scandinavia, hearts are used a lot, which is unusual for the US. And then we have the little cabins in the woods and Santa pulling his sleigh, a little bit smaller scale, but focusing on the houses, and I think that's really adorable. We have that also in a cream background. And because all of these prints are kind of novelty, there's a lot going on, these are perfect to pair up with some basics. And the last print is a small print of all those beautiful ornaments. They're just it's fun to get these really small scale prints. That's rare. And so I love that, and that reads very Scandinavian to me as well. So beautiful, beautiful. Let's look at some of the colors I pulled to go with this, to build this into maybe something bigger. Starting with this unique teal color, Glaze Pacific is a perfect accompaniment. It kind of has a little bit of that lighter blue to lighten these up, so I think it works really well. Or you could go with a Grunge Everglade. So it's kind of a teal green color. For the light blue, Grunge Cosmic. This is another newer grunge. Great color. I've used that. And then Chalk and Charcoal Breeze. Perfect match with this. Great to have a little bit of texture. For this unique blue, we have a Bumbleberries Navy Blue. It has a lot of that purple undertone, as these guys do. And another option for there would be Grunge New Navy. Now, if you don't have to be paying attention and writing these things down. When you go on the website and go to the collection and the bundle page, all of these 1 yards will show up below as accompanying products, so you will find them all there. For the lights, I did Grunge Eggshell is a perfect tone of this background. And if you wanted to match that, I also did a little bit darker one because the glaze cream kind of pulls from all these tan ornaments and would be a great texture to add to it. And then I decided to pull some coordinates or accents. So pulling from the colors that are in the print, starting with this Golden Delicious Grunge. It really pulls the color of the ornaments and the darker shades of the stars in here. A little bit more with a green tone, because some of these have a little green undertone, is the Seedling and the Olive. Really pretty, but still very tonal and subtle for that Scandinavian look. For the reds, I pulled a Grunge Candy Cane, a deeper, duller red a little bit. And then if you wanted just a little more rust color, this really reminisces or represent like the shirt of the Santas. This is Stripe Dot, and the color is Rush. And this is a Figo from the Stash line. So there it is. This beautiful collection is called Norwegian Christmas, designed by Arne and Carlos and Louis and Irene. And we have one more. This is one that we get every year. This is Tomtens Christmas. This is called Tomtens Folklore Christmas. We put together just a small 6-piece bundle. If you've been following us, this is probably the 4th year that they come up with something, and everybody loves these deep blues and Scandinavian colors and themes. So I'm going to start with the small bundle. Of course, this is more on the Swedish side. So we have the dollar horses and the little Santa or the Julenisse and the little Christmas girl. So, but very unique to have. Of course, here you see the hearts and the trees, but that deep blue base and color is so unique and pretty. We have a smaller print that is tossed, with some more horses and the same little tokens everywhere. Little stars in there, a little bit of gold added in there. And so that tones well with this star print here, gold stars and blue stars on this deep navy background. We have the smaller print we had here in the navy. And then we have 2 more. We have hearts. An all over small heart on a cream background, red hearts on a cream background. And the last one is a little bit bigger, hearts on a dark navy background. Little gingerbread hearts too. So this is just a small collection, 6 pieces, like I said, for Tomtens Folklore. And there are some really fun things, some fun panels, of course. So they always come up with really great artwork. This is a famous artist that does this every year. So beautiful. Let me see. Eva Melhus is the artist. So these are 5-inch squares. These are adorable, just beautiful artwork. As you can see, they've done different things every year, different size panels, and fun things to make, easy. But these are 5-inch squares. These would actually work really great for one of the projects I have in the mashup book, which are the candle mats. So they would be beautiful for that. So these are the 5-inch panels. And then we have an apron panel. You might want to put that up because I don't know how much of that you can see. So that is a very fun Scandinavian apron with the pockets to do. So everything is in the panel, little pockets, and even the straps. And you could leave it unlined, or you can line it with one of those fun prints. So that is the apron. And then we have a beautiful 1-yard panel, very, very Scandinavian. So remember, I just showed you one of the 1-yard panel prints or panel patterns from the book. So there it is. Yeah, I think you have to show it because it's so large. It's so large. It is so fun. So this is almost looks like a square. You could trim it down or you can add a border to it, but I just love this and I think I'm definitely going to play with that. But it has a wider border here, so that's why it appears, because it's turned, it appears like it's a square. So a little bit different because most panels, they go selvage to selvage, but this is the other direction. So easy to do. You just add some strips to the top and bottom to get it to the size we need it to be. So that's the 1 yard panel, Tomtens Folklore Christmas. Now let's look at my fabric pole, some great basics that would enhance this. We'll start with the blues, of course. Thatched Midnight, great deep blue that works perfectly with these tones. A little more action, I would say, glaze in the Prussian, or Prussian, I don't know how do you pronounce that, but I love that color and I love the texture on it. For some of the lighter blues, I pulled the Stash Striped Dot in the sky color. I love the little white on it because it feels like snowflakes. And then another one is Canvas Stonewashed Denim, another great light blue that would work perfectly. For the red tones, well, let's do the creams first. To go with these bases here, I went with Grunge Eggshell, also a perfect color to match this. Also, there's a Bumbleberries Cream, a little bit more cream tone to it, just like it is here. So that would be another option. And then I pulled some great accents. So for example, some reds. We have a Bumbleberries Postbox Red that goes with all of their lines. So that is a perfect red. If you want something a little more punchy and brighter, I love this. Terrain Pomegranate is really going to punch up the reds in the print. For this green tone in this print, I went with Dry Brush Green, a nice medium soft green. And then if you wanted a little more pop, there is gold in most of the prints and especially in the panel, this one. So I would go with either the Seasons and the yellow, because I love the stars in here. That would be perfect for a Christmas theme. Or Bumbleberries Sunshine Yellow. Either one of those would be a great match. So Tomtens Folklore Christmas, 6-piece bundle and some great fun panels. So that is our fabric. Lots of fabric coming in. It always happens in July. That seems like everything is coming at the same time, but that's exciting to us. But it's time for our winner, sir. I see lots of comments, lots of fun, lots of Scandinavian themed lovers out there that love their Scandinavian Christmas themed stuff. But who's our winner, sir?
Sir, drum roll.
$25 gift card is yours. Just email us help@GEquiltdesigns and we'll get that right to you. Yay! Anyways, our coming up shows next week. Our Tipsy Tuesday is July 15th at 4 p.m. Central Time. We have 4 shows next week, so check out 1 Yard Wednesday will be July 16th at 9:30. Great deals on 1 yards, and then Perfect Pair on July 17th with Nancy and Kara. And then we'll be back here a week from today. That is July 18th at 12 p.m. Central Time. Wow, 4 shows next week. Love that. But I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Grab something refreshing to drink, or maybe have a blueberry muffin, and what was the other one? Some French fries. And a free Slurpee if you can find them. But that's it for us today. I hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Lay your fabric here, cut it right there. Hold on to stripology, feel that vibe. Quilter's Paradise. Hold on to stripology, feel that vibe. GE designs where precision is our vibe. Cut it, slice it,